Generative AI. It's like the internet's newest celebrity. Everybody is talking about it. Half the people don't really understand it. And the other half are already worried that it's going to steal their job, their spouse, and maybe even their cat. But what exactly is generative AI? And why has it gone from a nerdy niche concept to being your mum's favorite buzzword on Facebook? But most importantly, how can you use it to your advantage rather than letting it steal your job? I've spent the last decade obsessing about how AI can improve our lives, so much so that I started a business for it, and I've gone through the headache of entrepreneurship so you don't have to. I'll be giving you 6 tips for hacking your AI game at the end of this video, so stick around. But first, generative AI, let's break it down. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates something new. Unlike the AI that helps you choose what to watch on Netflix, which, let's be honest, it's just deciding between 10 variations of different crime genres. Generative AI, it builds things, it writes, draws, composes music, makes videos, and even designs stuff. Think of it like a digital Picasso, but without the emotional baggage of a questionable blue period. Now, regular AI works like a factory assembly line. It's great at tasks like sorting data, identifying patterns, and answering questions. But if you ask Siri, what's the capital of France? She'll proudly yell, Paris, if you're lucky, with an extra bit of sass on the end. Generative AI is like, capital of France? Boring. Let me paint you a picture of Paris at sunset, write a poem about croissants, and then generate an entire jazz album inspired by the Eiffel Tower. So how does it work? It's powered by neural networks, which are fancy systems inspired loosely by how your brain works. Yes, yours specifically. Imagine if you could binge watch every episode of Great British Bake Off and then immediately know how to bake the perfect souffle. Generative AI is like that kind, but faster and less prone to eating the batter. But here's the catch. Generative AI doesn't really know what it's doing. It's not sentient, no matter what sci-fi movies or your paranoid uncle on Reddit might tell you. It's just great at predicting patterns. Take language models, for instance, like ChatGPT. These tools have read literally billions of words from books, websites, and probably your old MySpace post. But when you give it a prompt, it predicts what text is most likely to come next. Kind of like an autocomplete on your phone, but with a high IQ, enough to pass the bar exam, which is terrifying. Imagine a machine that can write better lawyer jokes than your dad. But the magic doesn't stop with words. Generative AI can create stunning images, compose original music, and even help scientists design drugs. Basically, it's the overachiever of the tech world. Annoyingly, but undeniably impressive. So what's the catch? Why does the internet flip out every time AI comes up? There are 3 main concepts, or rather concerns: copyright, bias, and jobs. First, copyright, because when AI generates an image, it's remixing bits of art it's seen before. Is that creativity? Or really just fancy plagiarism? Second, bias. AI is only as unbiased as the data it learns from. And surprise, the internet is filled with biases. So generative AI might accidentally replicate stereotypes or produce problematic content. And finally, the big one, jobs. Will generative AI replace writers, artists, maybe even coders? Maybe, but it's also creating new jobs, like AI trainers, ethics, and YouTubers making video about AI. So, silver linings, in short, generative AI is powerful, fascinating, and a little bit scary. It's not perfect, but it's changing how we create, communicate, and maybe even how we understand what it means to be a human. So is generative AI the end of the world? Probably not. But is it the beginning of something wildly new? Absolutely. And who knows, maybe one day it'll even learn how to subscribe to this channel and like this video. But if you don't want it to come for your job, well, you can learn to use it. You can use it as a tool to make your life better rather than just being terrified of it. See, generative AI is here to save the day. Like a superhero whose only weakness is occasionally making stuff up, let's break it down into something meaningful and useful. It's practical tips time. 6 ways AI can transform your job. First up, the boring stuff. Did you know the average worker spends 2 hours a day on emails? That's 10 hours a week, or 500 hours a year. AI tools like ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot can churn out email drafts faster than you could say, as per my last email. But it's not just emails. Need a meeting summary? Otter AI has you covered. Task prioritization? Tools like Asana's AI integration can turn your to-do list chaos into, well, less chaos? Next, creativity. Whether you're writing a blog post, designing a logo, or crafting the perfect Instagram caption, AI tools like Jasper or Canva can help. Need ideas for a TikTok campaign? Just ask ChatGPT. I tried this earlier, and it suggested a compost dance challenge for eco-conscious Gen Zers. Tools like Jasper or WriteSonic can even add SEO keywords, adjust the tone, or tailor content to your brand. Need a creative visual? Canvas's AI tools create graphics in minutes. Logos, social posts, even PowerPoint slides. And here's the golden rule. AI doesn't replace creativity, it enhances it. You still need to guide it. Think of AI as a sous chef. It chops the onions, but you decide the recipe. Raise your hand if you've ever opened a spreadsheet and thought, nope, not today. Generative AI is like the friend who understands numbers so you don't have to. With generative AI, you don't need a PhD in Excel. Like TableOut GPT or Google Sheets with AI plugins. These tools can analyze trends, identify outliers, and visualize data faster than you can say pivot table. It can also forecast trends. Using machine learning, algorithms in Azure AI or AWS SageMaker, you can predict sales, inventory needs, or customer churn. No more staring at endless rows of numbers. Let AI give you actionable insights so you can focus on, well, literally anything else. Ever get 15 Slack messages asking, where's the Q3 report? With AI bots integrated into Slack or Teams, you can get automated responses. It's like having a digital assistant who never takes coffee breaks. Need a translator for your global team? An AI-powered network like DeepL ensures that your emails are clear in any language. And finally, no more embarrassing Google Translate fails. See, no need to worry. It's not taking over your job, unless your job is answering Slack messages. In that case, maybe start looking. AI isn't just for the office, it can help you stay sane at home too. Tools like Motion or Clockwise protect your focus time and stop your calendar from looking like a Tetris on hard mode. They analyze your calendar, block focus time, and even warn you when Karen tries to triple book you. Need to learn a new skill? AI tutoring platforms like Duolingo Max or personalized learning through Coursera can help you level up efficiently. And if work is stressing you out, wellness apps like Replica use AI to help you manage anxiety. Yes, therapy bots are a thing now. The future is weird, but helpful. Before you declare AI your new work BFF, let's talk ethics. Generative AI has flaws, it hallucinates, it's biased, and sometimes it just doesn't get sarcasm. So double check its output. Think of it like that intern who's super helpful but once spelled success as success. Always double check AI outputs, especially for anything high stakes. It's useful, but it still needs your supervision. In the end, generative AI isn't here to take your job, it's here to make you better at it. Use it wisely, tweak it ruthlessly, And remember, AI doesn't replace human creativity, it enhances it. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments, and if you don't, well, ask ChatGPT to make one up for you. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future is coming fast. But at least we'll have AI-generated memes to keep us entertained. Go forth, embrace the bots, and maybe, just maybe, you'll finally have time to enjoy that extra long lunch break. See you next time.